Eddie Izzard tells Stephen Smith why Lenny Bruce is the godfather of alternative comedy. His report contains some somewhat robust language.
He was the Jesus Christ of stand-up comedy. He died so that alternative stand-up could live, and it has.
The main sense was of extraordinary danger. I mean, he felt he might say anything.
Lenny Bruce was a different kind of comedian, irreverent, coarse, outrageous. He was frequently busted over drugs and obscenity. This is him getting deported from Heathrow. He saw that stand-up comedy was a near relation of the stand-up argument.
But just for a cheap laugh, he just says snot. Supposing I could tell you something about snot that was so unique. Like you say, is that the truth about snot? What a fool I've been. I can't believe that all these years. Is that really, is that documented? Yes, that's the truth about snot. Well, hear this about snot. You can't get snot over a suede jacket.
They're one emotion. Guys...
Appearing in the West End as Lenny Bruce is another comedian with a reputation for being outrageous, Eddie Izzard.
Guys do it all the time. Now, guys, you're all the same. You could be oh so loving of your wife, completely head over heels in love with her, and you're on your way home in a car, and you have a head-on collision with a Greyhound bus. Bam! And there's blood and guts all over the highway, and you're in the ambulance with your foot hanging off on the way to the hospital, and you make a play for the nurse. Wife's going, what the hell? You made a play for the nurse? Well, I don't know. I got hot. You got hot? I was horny. You're an animal. That's your problem. I'm an animal. That's what I must be. All right. What the hell got you hot? Well, it was the nurse's uniform. That's what got me hot. He opened the doors so that anyone could say anything, and no one's got done for obscenities since then in America or here. And the Lord, I think the Lord Chancellor, the Lord whatever, who used to, the guy who said, oh, you can't say, that's not very nice. You can't say nice on, that's banned. You know, all this bullshit that used to go on in Britain, that's gone now.
We see whatever is being televised almost instantaneously.
In 1950s America, Lenny Bruce's act was the H-bomb of comedy.
America in the 50s, except for those people who were sort of underground and discontent, was largely a land of very happy, contented people who thought that everything was just wonderful. And when Lenny came along and said things that were upsetting, they went mad.
Sir Peter Hall has revived Julian Barry's stage play for the late 90s, but is it any more than a museum piece?
How could you do it? I don't know. I got hot. You got hot? How the hell did
You
do that?
always need a Lenny Bruce. I mean, the Tony Blair government needs a lot of Lenny Bruces because they haven't got any opposition. And I think we're becoming a very apathetic and cosy little society. We need a few deviants. We need a few revolutionaries. We need a few provokers.
This production is contemporary in another sense too. Its star is taking on the role of the reckless, self-destructive Bruce as a career move. Eddie Izzard is going straight, you might say.
I've been looking for a crossover thing because I've been trying to establish the fact that I feel I can act, and that doesn't necessarily come from stand-up, from doing stand-up.
Lenny Bruce was bad.
By the time Bruce died of an overdose, he was bankrupt and no one would book him. Has he had the last laugh? Well, he's made it into the mainstream or been co-opted by it, depending on your point of view.
How could you be in our bed with a chicken? I don't know. I got hot. You got hot? I got horny. I don't know. What the hell? Your foot was hanging up. No, it's been sewn back on. It's all right now. What the hell? You're an animal. No, she's an animal. No, you're both. God, what the hell got you hot? Uniform, I think. Not wearing a uniform. It's a chicken. It's a chicken's uniform. I don't know what was going on.